Hey guys, hello, welcome to episode 66. Yeah, we proceed. Last episode was amazing. I can't play as. I have to play as Rufus. I can't play as. Hey, let's play as Rufus. Let's play as Rufus. Oh my god, I love it. Let's do it. Jesus. Rufus' identity has been unveiled. Oh, I guess it's Rufus. I'm not sure. I guess the other one is fake. A Nine Veil. We know them already.
You were quite punctual.
You bet. Sup, and welcome aboard the Argo, the vessel of Nine Valley's new high-speed transport service.
Our pilot is a child.
We might have been better off on the ground.
I'll have you know that I'm a licensed pilot. And that's real rich coming from you guys. You look like a bunch of kids about to go on a picnic with their daddy to me.
Ooh, we got burned.
But boy, did I not see your daddy's ID coming. Who knew my mystery client would turn out to be our former Governor General, Rufus Alberea? Oops. What, do you prefer Supreme Leader now?
Please, if I knew I'd be repeating myself so soon, I would have gathered my audience. That title is not mine.
But then...
I'm confused. Who's Rufus?
That's a good question, okay. But, it's a something episode. It's perfect. Who is Rufus? Yeah, it's a good question. Who is he?
That's this guy's real name. C was a nickname. So it's Rufus, huh? I think it's much cuter than C. I give it 85 points.
Okay, cute.
Ooh, he kicked your butt, S.
Why would I care when I don't even get what criteria she's basing these on?
Good point.
Are you famous then, Rufus? Everyone seems to know who you are.
I love this. You're so cute. Yes, we know who Rufus is. We know. We know him very well.
He's not just famous, he's super famous. He's the elder son of House Alberea, one of the 4 great houses of Erebonia, and he became Crossbell's first Governor General. Together with the Empire's Chancellor and Crown Prince, he led the country to all-out war. But then he got arrested after it ended. That's all the big common knowledge stuff, but trust me, I know all about the skeletons in his closet. Wow, you're so smart, Nadia.
Oh my god. It's funny.
Is knowing part of handling the unpleasant side of things?
Wow, you're so smart, Rufus.
Oh, shut up. Shut up! Oh my god. I mean, yeah.
Can she try not to stir up trouble with him?
Jingo, okay, I don't read everything anymore. I told you already. Yeah, but I think it's boring if I just read. I could delete log of black glad soldiers into Crossbow and occupy it again. Then he declared himself the new supreme leader. There are 2 Rufus everywhere, or more like Rufy is the plural. One of you is a fraud. So it seems I have no interest in making a public show of him being one, mind you. But I am the genuine Rufus Alberea. On that you have my word. Okay, so he is a real one. At least he claims to be. I guess I have to believe him for now. I guess I believe you, even if Crossbell mistakes the other guy for the real deal. Your brother need to be able to tell the difference. Can't say I even care. I am just in for the mirror. Speaking of, I thought the Erebonian government seized all your assets. How are you going to pay your fare? I have long kept my assets spread out in the event something like this were to happen. He is smart, I believe him. In this way, of course. What the governor seized in is a mere fraction of what I own. You really do prepare for anything, huh? Phew, I was worried we were dubbed into doing charity work for a sec. Well, we have come this far. I think it's about time you started filling in the blanks. About what exactly? Okay. Ah, okay. Very well. I did intended to do as much from the very beginning anyway. You will have to understand the full scale of our situation before we advance to the next stage. Okay, is this now? Rufus' tone remained flat as he recounted recent events. It began late at night on March 14th when our artcles fort in the Croatian province fell under attack. This was the work of the even defense force who were there to aid the Crossbow division of the Imperial Defense Force in their escape. Upon freeing the IDF from their underground cells, they continued on another cell in the same fort, Rufus Albareas. Yet their aim was not to free their former leader, but to assassinate him. Rufus defiantly turned the tables against them while also managing to extract a wealth of information, even if their knowledge lacked the finer details. He learned that they had abducted Prince Olivier and would be executing a major operation in less than 24 hours. He also learned of a small suitcase that the EDF wished to find with great urgency. Sensing trouble brewing in the wake of Crossbell's liberation, Rufus then resolved to escape to better assess the situation at hand. He chose to escape. Of course he chose to escape. Why? I mean, yeah. The next day, March 15th, was no less eventful. An imposter using Rufus' name and face as his own stormed Crossbell's signing ceremony and declared it occupied once more. This information, paired with intelligence gathered to suggest further trouble brewing in Heimdall, helped the real Rufus ascertain his next objectives. He issued a statement claiming to be the prince's abductor to lure Class 7 to the imperial capital. And following that, he set his sights on Arcros Canyon to take his enigmatic case the ADF were so desperately seeking. Ah, you know the rest, of course. Oh, you have been a busy boy, huh? Okay, I like it. To continue, it's clear that the actions of the EDF and my spurious self were planned to the letter. I imagine a multitude of events these past months have been part of their grand scheme, not just the recent attack on the city. The post-war occupation, the occupiers electing to ignore my calls to surrender, and even the city's liberation a month ago. If this fake Rufus is pulling the strings here, you are being and a big headache for him. You think it's possible you being locked up in the same place as the IDF was intentional? What is do you? Maybe I think he has a very good idea. I have 2 goals, okay. The first is to eliminate the imposter who seeks to use my name for ill. Makes sense if it means them being around equal peoples trying to kill you. The second is to settle past debt. Crossbell's current status traces its origin to the war that ended not long ago. The primary member of the Iron Blood, was one of 2 who led the charge in that war. The other being the very man whom I revered as my father, the late Chancellor. Having made this mess, it falls to me to clean it up. The Ironbloods are an awful loyal bunch. I also feel a certain degree of responsibility towards Crossbell as its former Governor General. Let me see if I have got my head around this, okay? That would be the end result, yes. Huh. Like Rean and his friends, whom we fought earlier, and their SSS counterparts in Crossbell. No need to imitate what they have perfected. Nadia, it works for me, doesn't feel like our style. Know the truth behind these myriad occurrences in our own way. And we can start with a very valuable clue we happen to have in our possession. What is it? Why are you staring at me? Yeah, who sent you? You're just so cute that we can't help ourselves. Really? I see. That makes perfect sense. To be admired as a destiny of a masterpiece, gaze upon me to your heart's content. I just so happen to have a question for you too regarding that very issue. George Rosenberg was her manufacturer, and the man who requested that she be delivered to me. Well, technically, yeah. Now that our work in Heimdall is done, I was hoping to visit him in person. But your hesitant response tells me that that may not be possible. He is, has something befallen him? Nope, he is fine. I'm just not much wood. It just not much would be gained by going to see him. He is the one who gave us the job, but he specified that he was just an intermediary. Aid her in recovering her memories after all. Yeah, that's good. Help her to get her memories back. Rufus was so strong in the last game. I guess he's not as strong anymore. Okay, so to crossbow will go. Okay. Rest well, children. Light in the dark. So I play as a her now, okay? Any customs for her? No. I like this most. Moment, there were. Oh, how cute! Hey Lapis, is she asleep? Sure is. That's a shame. I wanted to play with her. Oh. Oh, a cute teddy. This looks very cute. Maybe? They look cute. I hope they come
I
together.
wonder what it's like to have a sibling. Do I have any out there?
And if it isn't my littlest customer, you want something? I just feel the urge to tour the ship, and you are hardly big. I'm still bigger than you, and come to think of it, I haven't introduced myself to you. No. No, have I? My name is Jingo. If there's anything you want your hands on, just Jimmer holler. Indeed, I'm not. I'm a proud Rosenberg doll. Really? Huh? The world's full of surprises. You don't look surprised to me. When you are in my life of work, you meet all kind of folks. You're not the first unusual customer I have had. I guess so. Maybe she's referring to Celine, for example, or. Not. Your job sounds very interesting. You know what else would be interesting, Mod? Could I interest you in a Gatling gun for an arm or eyes that would let you shoot lasers out of them? I've given you a pretty discount. You can do all of them. I love her. I agree that it would be interesting, but none of it sounds as she passed. You hear me? Yeah. Oh, woof, woof. What's his lesson about? Being the strongest guard dog around. And he also trades sometimes. You know. I can buy certain stuff sometimes from him. So he's a very smart dog. Sorry. They're very awesome dog. Look in front. I mean, yeah. I wasn't going to butt in at first, but I can't keep my mouth shut after what I just heard. Oh yeah, what is it? Maybe the whole idea of trying to teach a dog to fly is... Don't worry! Still not hearing what the problem is, how he supposed to learn if he doesn't take the wheel. I love it. Come on now, you are just exaggerating, but you are welcome to tune in on his lesson if you want. Anyway, we are paying for this flight, so if you want to attempt the impossible, do it, or do it on your own time. We would like to live for the landing, if you please. Ah, fine, you are one tough customer.
Cerberus is so cute.
Hey, trade with
I
him?
can pet him later on.
I'm sorry, what was it? Ah, very awesome. I go outside, and outside is of course sea. Ah, Rufus.
I'm afraid this side of the deck is occupied. You'll have to sleep elsewhere.
Why do you sleep out? Okay, maybe there are not too many
I
bedrooms.
wasn't planning to sleep out here.
Oh? Then what's brought you outside?
I wanted to go stargazing. What about you?
I wanted to take in the night air.
Ah, Rufus. Ah.
Since we're both here, there's something I'd like to ask.
What is it?
I know that you're a famous man, but are you a good man or a bad man?
That's a tough question. I guess in his case I would say it depends.
Bad, though that would be putting it mildly.
So very bad?
Very, very bad. I have used anything and everything to advance my interests, be it titles, fame, or even those pure of heart. There is little point in feigning a moral compass when human lives hold no value to me, or acting chivalrous when all that does is hinder me.
Do you still feel that way?
I do. I'm using you, Swin and Nadia, to bring my designs to fruition, am I not? I'm also using those we met in the capital, like my brother.
None of that sounds like something someone good would do, yes. You really are a very bad man.
It's such a weird conversation.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding. So, armed with that knowledge, what do you intend to do?
Am I supposed to do something?
I suppose a doll has no reason to care if a human is good or evil.
Being a doll has nothing to do with it. But were you hoping I would admonish you? Or perhaps comfort you?
Of course not.
Okay, then I still intend to do nothing. Whether I praise you for your deeds as a hero, or chastise you for your misdeeds as a villain, it won't change you at your core. You are who you are.
Just how does humanity look through your lens for you to think in such simple terms?
I mean, it's a doll. What do you expect?
I don't know. I can't answer that when I'm still learning about what it means to be human. All I can say is, I don't see if you're good or bad, where you're from, or how you were raised. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. So it can't be that you suddenly don't exist just because someone decides to reject those parts of you.
That's quite a philosophical approach to the matter. Or perhaps that objective thinking is the most one of artificial intelligence can fathom.
I don't know. How could I know? Just to me, being is what makes a human.
Perhaps you're right.
And so, it's what makes you, you.
Perhaps you're right.
I mean, she's right. Yeah, she's
I
right.
don't remember the exact moment I began to search for meaning in my life. My father elected to raise me as his own son, irrespective of the fact I was born because his wife laid with another man. He did so with the same ease he rejected his flesh and blood because he was born from a common woman. When I learned the truth, I finally understood that House Alberea wanted me not as a human being, but as a product of noble blood. It was so hard to bear that it made me sick. Was that all? Was that the only reason I existed? I refused to accept it. I couldn't take it. And as I turned my eyes from this terrible truth, a new, more terrible thought dawned upon me. If that was not the reason I existed, then what was? That was when I met him. It is said we seek that which we do not have. Through him, I sought the father I never had. I convinced myself that if I did as sons do, and became more than he ever was, then I would understand the real reason for my existence. And there it was. At last, I had a goal, something to pursue. I stopped at nothing to make that goal a reality. There was no effort too ambitious, no principle too sacred to violate. But no matter what I did, it still wasn't enough. Everything I had done to secure my victory had led to a resounding, humiliating defeat. A defeat at the hands of my own brother, who, despite his unfortunate upbringing, had grown into someone strong and true. I envied him for that. But perhaps I should have known all along that a mere product could never hope to have a real, genuine purpose. The whole predicament would have been worth a laugh had it not been so deeply painful. Why am I here? What is my reason for being? Who am I?
You are who you are. I don't see what you've done or haven't done, what you possess or what you lack, because none of those are what make you exist as a person. Just to me, being is what makes a human a human.
Such nonsense. I thought you weren't planning to sleep out here. I'm unsure if dolls are capable of catching colds, but I believe you've taken in the stars enough for one night.
I mean, yeah, what's the meaning of life? That's a big question. Sure. Sure it is. And to answer this is not the easy thing, you know? They just fly into Crossbay. I don't think that this was even possible. They isolated themselves. You just fly in. Anyway, March 19th. Okay, let's continue. But maybe Rufus will do something good and help other people. He just landed at the Crossbay Airport. That's his entrance. What, are you authorized to be here? I'm not sure that's the best way to, I mean, whatever, I take it, let's see. I'm not sure that's the right decision. What a bizarre experience. Not everyone gets to be their own imposter. It's hilarious. I'm good on you for thinking it up, boss. Well, if I wasn't lying about them being good, it won't be long before they learn the truth from their superiors and come after us. We shouldn't remain in the city any longer than is needed. It can't hurt to scope out the place first, though, right? I suppose we will have to make it a brief tour before continuing forward. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's tour the city. Oh my god, it will be so it's so hilarious. It's awesome. I love it. I love it, and it's hilarious the same way, at the same time. I can fish with him as well. Okay, I know how to fish. Yes, come on, I know. Rufus is now in stealth mode. Rufus will move about the city in stealth mode due to... Note that when Rufus is in the party leader in town, he cannot be seen by others or use shops. Okay, let's do it. I love it. It's amazing. Amazing, weird, but awesome. I love it. I love it with my whole heart.
Where should we start our search?
Okay, I guess next episode. 1, 2, 3.